Hello students, welcome to English 1 class. Today I am going to discuss about sitar maestro, that is Ravi Shankar. Okay, so that comes in your unit 8 and section 2. Unit 8 section 2. Okay, and the name of the chapter is sitar maestro Ravi Shankar. So Ravi Shankar, you have heard about the name Ravi Shankar, a popular, a very famous name, okay, in the Indian classical music industry. He was an Indian classical musician, okay. So in Ravi Shankar, about Uday Shankar, the brother of Ravi Shankar is Uday Shankar. He was a dancer, okay. So he was a fusion dancer, okay. And today I am going to tell about Ravi Shankar, not about Uday Shankar, how he how he made his footsteps in the classical music, in the Hindustani classical music. It has been said as a Indian classical music, okay. So he was born on 7th April 1920 and died at 11 December 2012, okay. So 2012 at Varanasi, he was born at Varanasi, okay. So Varanasi on 7th April 1920. So he lived for 92 years, okay, and he was very popular music player, classical, Indian classical music player, okay. So let me start with your chapter now. Ravi Shankar knew that instead of playing just for an oriental audience, he would have to search the depth of his tradition and find global market. So Ravi Shankar knew from the beginning itself, he knew what he want to do, what he was for, okay, what he want to do and what was his goal to do, okay. So he knew he knew that instead of playing just for an oriental audience means eastern musics, okay, so eastern side, okay, so for particular countries, eastern countries, he don't want to dance for an eastern, okay, so eastern countries, okay, he want to become a popular in classical music through the worldwide, okay. He want to bring the classical music, Indian classical music to the trend means it's an widely popular, presently popular, currently popular trend, okay. So trend is like that, now it is a trend of example I can take olden days technology trend, olden days cycle you have, okay. Nowadays it has been converted into bike, okay. So that is a trend, okay, going presently going popular, okay. So presently popular. So he want to bring the Indian classical music to the trend music, with the trend music. That was his aim, okay. So about Ravi Shankar. So Ravi Shankar would have to search the depth of his tradition and find global markets. He want the depth of his tradition, that is classical music, classical music should come out, okay, and it should be popular throughout the world, okay, throughout the globe, okay. So not only he just don't want to perform for a certain country, perform for a few countries, okay. He want this music to be popular in worldwide, that is through the globe, okay, through globally, okay. So this made him forsake the easy comfort of brother Uday Shankar's dance troupe in 1936 and risk a comparatively late beginning in Hindustani classical music at the feet of a master like Ustad Alauddin Khan. So this his passion towards the classical Indian music made him to leave. Forsake means to quit, to leave, okay. So made him to leave his brother's dance troupe, that is his brother name Uday Shankar, his brother name was the Uday Shankar, okay. So he left Uday Shankar's dance troupe, okay, comfort of Uday Shankar, okay. So he left that dance troupe in 1936, okay, to make his footsteps towards the classical music, okay. So comparatively beginning in Hindustani classical music, that is Indian classical music, at the feet of master like master like Ustad Alauddin Khan. So Ustad Alauddin Khan was also a classical musician. Okay, he was a multi-instrumentalist, Ustad Alauddin Khan. So he want to, Ravi Shankar want to make the Indian classical music worldwide popular. Okay, that was his dream. Okay, that was his aim. Okay, so he just don't want to perform for a few countries, for the entertaining for few countries. Okay, that's why he left the comfort of his brother dance troupe in 1936. He left. Okay, so he walked to the footstep of Ustad Alauddin Khan. Ravi Shankar's critics related his success to his marketing abilities and crafty method of staging his programs. Okay, so Ravi Shankar critics means, you can say, the person who expresses unfavorable opinions. Okay, not favorable opinions, opposite, the person who cannot speak good for the others, not favorable opinions. If I say something in my favor, the opponent person will not say. Okay, so it will, the opponent words are the who are unfavorable. Okay, so unfavorable opinions, who lay the unfavorable opinions, they are said to be as critics. Okay, so Ravi Shankar critics, that is unfavorable persons, related his success. Okay, those the critics relate, Ravi Shankar's critics related his success to what? Marketing abilities and crafty method. Okay, that is a tricky method, crafty method, artful method. Crafty is the artful and tricky method of tagging his programs, method of presenting a play. Okay, so method of, the critics related his success to his crafty method. Okay, crafty method, that is a very tricky method, or marketing ability. It's like advertising. Okay, suppose I want to sell some product. Okay, somebody want to sell some product. If I don't marketize, if I don't advertise, the people will not come about this product. Okay, if the customers know about the product, at that time only they can buy, that time only my product will become popular. That has been said as a marketing ability, advertising. Okay, so advertisement. Okay, so his critics, okay, related his success ability for marketing, marketing abilities, related his success to marketing abilities and the tricky method. Okay, so tricky method of performing or presenting a play. Okay, how he uses the tricks of presenting a play. Okay, presenting his music, that tricks, the critics related to his success to this. Okay, so everything about Ravi Shankar, from his elegantly stitched dhotis to his music, is tailored with an eye on the audience and the media, said a fan of rival sitar player Vilayat Khan. Okay, so everything about Ravi Shankar, okay, so everything, whatever he owns, even infected dhoti, okay, so was stitched very elegantly, that is very gracefully and very finest manner, in a very finest manner and stylish manner, you can say. His dhoti, Ravi Shankar's dhoti was stitched in a very stylish manner and a very graceful manner. Okay, so to his music, tailed with an eye on the audience and the media, which catches the eye. His dress, okay, so although Ravi Shankar was a classical musician, his dress, okay, his dress has been stitched, okay, in a very stylish manner, which catches the media, eye of a media. Okay, center of attraction. His clothes became the center of attractions. Okay, so attracted, his clothes, catch the eyes of the audience. So this has been said by rival fans, that opponents. Okay, so rival means here opponents, the opponents. This has been said by the opponents of Ravi Shankar. Okay, so fans of opponents of Ravi Shankar, that is sitar player Vilayat Khan. There might be some truth in this. Shankar has always had a designer look to both his person and his art. Yes, there might be, this might be a true. Okay, so his success has been given to his tricky method of presenting his plays, presenting his music, presenting his classical music. The method whatever he uses is very tricky and very artful. Okay, not only that, his dress also so much his dress also was stitched so much elegantly, that is very gracefully stitched. Okay, very in a in a stylish manner, okay, that also catch the eyes of audience, okay, become his dress always used to become the center of attractions, okay. So not only that, this might be true because Shankar has always had a designer look. He used to wear the designer looks, okay, that is the finest cloth fittingly, okay, so fitting cloths, okay, used to wear both in person and his art, okay. So he always sees that his cloth and his art should be different from the others, to be very trendy and very stylish. He used to present his music in a very, although it is a classical music, in a very stylish manner. Even though not only that, his personality also looks very stylish, okay. So he says this to enable him to present classical Indian music to a modern international audience. So Ravi Shankar says that his modern look and his classical music in a presenting in a modern way, that allows him to present the classical music in a modern industry, okay. So nowadays it is a modern industry, although the classical one is old one. So the way of presenting the classical music, it looks way of presenting the classical music in a stylish manner in modern industry, okay. So modern international audience in a trend, okay, trend wise he want to bring the classical music in a trend, okay, so that he want that nobody should forget about the classical music. If something becomes old, like nowadays kids, okay, they don't like the music of 90s, okay. So 90s, in the 90th century, whatever the music has been played, they like the 21st century's music, okay. The same way the classical music was something he don't want to get faded up, okay. So that's why he's bringing the classical music in a modern international industry in a stylish way, okay. So not only his music, he himself looks very classy, okay. There lies his main contribution. Even in India, it was mainly after Ravi Shankar's example that the present day style of an instrumental concert was formed. So it was said that he was the important person and he has been given as an example in a music industry that present day style of an instrumental concert is brought by the Ravi Shankar, okay. So concert is live music performance, okay, that has been brought by Ravi Shankar in a trend, okay. So especially in the opening sequences, his contribution is unique. At the opening, whatever you do performance, the opening should be a eye-catching, okay, attractive. So his opening session was used to be always very classy and very unique from the other musicians, other plays, other presenting of plays, okay. So his plays, his music, the way of presenting his music looks very unique, very different from the others, okay. So that made him very popular in classical industry, that is Hindustani classical music, Indian classical music you can say. So having a natural sense of rhythm, he took great pleasure in its play, and it is he who started the practice of giving the tabla player importance, okay. So having a natural sense of rhythm, so he was a musician, so he obviously will know the music rhythms, okay, how to play the rhythms, okay. So having the natural sense of rhythms, okay, how to play, how the whatever the music classical music he is playing, the audience response, how the audience will respond, whether the audience will like it or not, the natural sense of rhythm, he knows the natural sense of music, natural sense of rhythm. So he took great pleasure to play, that means he feels very joy to play, okay. And is he who started the practice of giving, and he is the only one who started being a sitar player, sitar maestro, that is sitar player, okay. Being a sitar player, he also gave importance to tabla playing tabla also, okay. So he also interested in playing tabla. He raised North Indian instrumental music to its current standard of sophistication, expression as well as appeal. So he brought up the North Indian instrumental music to its current trend. Current trend I told, presently popular thing, okay. So presently whatever going widely popularly, okay. So classical music is the old traditional music, okay. He brought the traditional music to a current trend. North Indian instrumental music he brought in a current trend, okay. He made it popular currently, okay. So he made this music, classical music popular along with the current trend, okay. So in a sophistication, that is very elegance, and in a stylish manner, okay. Expression as well as appeal, okay. That is expressions with a very stylish manner he brought, okay. Classical music, when you hear the classical music, you feel oh, boring. Nowadays people like, the western music, going with a trend, it is western music people like nowadays. So if you hear the classical music, okay, old classical music, you feel like, no, sleepy, I am feeling very sleepy, classical music, or don't like to hear. Many people don't, most of the people don't like to hear the classical music, but he want to change the mindset of the people, okay. So that classical music also is very interesting and is very important one, okay. So he bought the classical music in a trend, okay, in a style. He bought the, the style of a classical music in a trendy way, okay, in a stylish manner. So then as a great composer, he was the first to work with western musicians to make room for fusions of all sorts. So he was a great composer, okay. Composer means those who makes music, those who makes rhythms, those who plays the makes rhythms and musics, all these things, they are said to be as a composer. Those who composes, okay, they are said to be composer. So he was a composer, okay. So he, as a composer, he was the first to work with western musicians, okay. Being a classical musician, he worked with the western musicians, okay, and he was the first one, okay, to make room for fusion. To make fusion is a mixture, okay, western and classical, mixing of western and classical. Fusion, you can say it is a mixture of anything, okay. So western and classical, he made a room, he made his own wave, he made his own path to mix it up, okay. Western and classical together, to bring together to come out with a stylish way, okay. So he was the first one to mix classical music with the western music to bring in the in a stylish way, to in a very, trendy way, okay. So he made his own path, okay, to make classical music very interesting, and he was the only first person who worked with the western musicians, okay. This provided a weapon to his critics to attack him with. Today they are too busy trying to beat his records. Yes. So this gave an opportunity to his rivals, okay, to his critics, those who are not in favor of him, okay, those who don't like he want to be a success, or those who are not in favor of unfavorable, those who gives unfavorable opinions towards his music, okay. This gave them an opportunity by saying this classical music, how you can mix up with the western music, okay. So all these things, rubbish talkings, okay, they are talking negativity about the Ravi Shankar's musics, but these negativities have never make him down, okay. So he always wanted his classical music to be in a trend and to be interesting for the people, okay. The people should not feel bored about the classical music, and the classical music should not go vanished, okay. So that is the main reason he want his classical music to live for a long. He want his classical music, Indian classical music, that is Hindustani classical music, to be popular worldwide, okay. So and he made fusions with western music, that is he mixed up his classical music with the western trend, okay, with the western musics to come up with a new ideas, come up with a new stylish manner, okay. Today they are too busy to beat his music, but still now his fusions with the western music, the manner how he brought the classical music in a trend, okay. So it became very popular, and worldwide it has been liked by all the people over the world, okay. But today still people are trying to beat his musics, okay, but it is not, not if they cannot break the records of his musics, okay. They are trying to overcome, they are trying to beat the musics of Ravi Shankar, his critics, okay, the people, his critics, those who are unfavorable, okay, the opponents are trying to beat his musics. But I did not compromise the essential spirit of classicism. Besides, I never played with popular pop star says Ravi Shankar. So although he made a fusions, okay, but he haven't compromised with his classical music, okay, he never compromised with his classical music, okay, he kept his classical, that is Hindustani classical traditional music, he kept at the base, okay, that is his center, okay, that is his base, okay, that I want to make this popular, okay. So he never compromised with his music, classical music, and he never played with any pop stars, okay. Nowadays rock, rock, pop, bass, all these things are music, western music, okay, names of a jazz, all these things are names of a western music, okay, western music. So he never compromised classical music, okay, and he never played with the pop stars, okay. True, he might have taught the Beatles, but he did not play with them. Beatles means British rock music. Beatles is a British rock music. So he might have taught the Beatles, but he did not play with them, okay. He had never played with that Beatles, okay. So and his legacy will ever remain supreme. His legacy is said to be as property, or you can say money, but here legacy is not a property or not a money. Here it is saying the music what he gave to India, the music, the classical music, the trend, the stylish way of classical music which he have presented, okay. So that is said to be a legacy here. So his legacy will never remain, his legacy will ever remain supreme, okay. His legacy, his classical music will ever remain in the highest quality, okay, compared to the other musics, okay. Still now people are trying to beat his musics, okay. So that much popular. He created his own way, he created his own path, okay. So he created his own path to make the classical music popular worldwide, and he became successful in that. So here ends the discussion of this chapter. If you have any doubt, any question regarding this chapter, you can contact me between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I am there to clarify all your doubts. Thank you so much.